Oh my goodness, have they finally fixed the f***ing MTG Arena economy? All that and more in today's video as we talk about golden packs. This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com. So if you're looking to pick up sealed product or singles, use the code KENOBI at checkout to help support the show and get 5% off your order. With Brothers War releasing tomorrow on Magic the Gathering Arena, MTG Arena, I don't even know what the full name of the product is anymore. It's releasing tomorrow. We're getting golden packs. What happens is every 10 packs of Brothers War that you buy with gems, which is the obfuscated real world money alternative, or gold, the freemium to premium currency, every 10 packs you get will go towards the golden pack meter. And when that pack meter fills, or each time the meter fills, should I say, you get a golden pack. A golden pack. This pack will contain 6 cards. One of these cards will be a mythic with absolute certainty and 5 normal rares, and has a 1 in 8 chance that each of these rares might get upgraded to a mythic instead. Minimum of 2 of these cards will be from Brothers War, with the rest being from any standard legal set at the present time, and beyond that it's all duplicate protected as well. If you have a complete set, the rares will simply be from other sets within standard. Doesn't stop you from having 2 cards that are the same but from different sets though. To clarify what just happened, and to make this into the clip, we fucking 3-0'd the draft, got 150% of our entry backs, we've gone infinite at this point. We get 3 card rewards, an uncommon shitty piece of shit, a M20 copy of Temple Silence when I already have 4 on the account. To complete my playset of M20, and I've got 1 M21. The next one, M21. Yeah, clip that, stick it on Discord, and I'm just going to go for a really indignant and frustrated piss. If you have every single rare in standard, then you begin to get the infamous pity gems. But if you have every single rare in current standard, then the least of your worries is the gems. Am I right? Do you know what I mean? That's right, I'm calling you a fucking nerd. So I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds like an actual improvement to the MTG Arena economy. What is the catch? Where is the downside? What's going on? Well, there isn't really a downside. This is all upside. This is basically generosity on the part of Wizards of the Coast, which I find fascinating. For the first time in Arena's rather illustrious and perhaps infamous career or lifetime, we're getting a full-on upgrade to the reward structure of the game with no downside elsewhere. We're just getting more bang for our buck. It's wild this is happening, and I really like it. I first saw this all in practice during the MTG Arena Early Access event. I did some filming with that late last week. I didn't catch any footage of the gold meter filling up and the golden packs being opened because I'm a fucking fraud, a hack and a fraud, and bad at my job. But it's a feel-good time. Seeing any sort of bar fill up and having that little extra endorphin hit of added value is great. It's like a shower of stuff, like a metaphorical cum load. By cum load I mean value, and by value I mean I am so lonely. Oh, but the added bonus and the added value is essentially making it easier to complete your collections, get wildcards and build decks for those of us that don't want to play limited, for those of us that just want to crack packs and build the decks to play with. The Reddit user Udaman, about 17 days ago, earlier in the month when golden packs were first announced, did the math, saying that basically golden packs makes it the equivalent to having a 50% win rate in draft when you're just cracking packs. I don't really understand the maths, but I'm gonna believe a stranger on the internet. Like, strangers on the internet don't lie, do they? Mark Rosewater. But the point is, for the longest time, people who love Limited have said that the arena economy is great, that their accounts are filled with wild cards and whole collections of sets so they can build whatever deck they want and construct it if they weren't so busy factoring themselves silly in the draft queues. And this has been a very frustrating retort when someone like me has pointed out that the arena economy kind of sucks. It's very difficult to pivot or change, or very expensive to build decks. The point here is that the free-to-players who like Limited have claimed that there are no issues with the arena economy because they can't see the pile of horseshit beyond their horseshit-covered nose because they've had their lips firmly pressed on and sucking on the anus of said horse. They've been sipping the Kool-Aid, but the Kool-Aid is horseshit. This is to say that drafting is a very efficient way of filling your collection, getting all the rares, accumulating wild cards because you're not using them to play with because they're kind of like a resource gate in many ways. And now, now opening packs will be as efficient as drafting, which is good to hear. Because telling someone who wants to play exclusively constructed that they must play 5 hours of limited first per set in order to unlock the cards to play said constructed is like telling someone who wants pizza for dinner that they must first punch themselves in the dick for 5 hours straight. It's exactly the same. It's the same thing. The comparison is uncanny. So to see a stark improvement in what Wizards are offering in terms of bang for your buck, for you giving them real world currency and them giving you digital assets that you can't trade away or sell. It's a positive, even though we're saying it's a low bar for Arena. For the improvements to Arena's economy, like, things have never really improved. They've just sort of gone round in circles. Wildcard packs and all this shit that are already fucking expensive. This is the first time where it's just been a stark, you just get more for your money now. I have been burned by Arena so much in the past. I was frustrated when we got the announcement that Historic was coming and we were getting double costed wildcards for Historic things. They U-turned on that. I was frustrated at Stealth nerfing, changing cards in Alchemy and not refunding you if they weren't banned. I was annoyed that Historic was involved with Alchemy changes when no one was asking for it. There's a laundry list. There's more and more problems too. Getting duplicates from across different sets, having formats that I enjoy be polluted with digital only cards, and so on and so on and so on. Arena has been a very frustrating part of my Magic life and career in content creation. Arena's been a little shitbag. But sometimes I want to just enjoy Magic. I don't always want to be the angry person, you know, shitting on Wizards' decisions, even if the decisions are shit. Sometimes I want to applaud them when they get things right and give them a chance. Sometimes I just want to fucking enjoy Magic. However, there is one thing I want to point out that we probably should contemplate, we probably should think about, and probably should discuss as to why now? People like myself, people like the Professor, people like Saffron Olive have been openly critical about Arena's economy for years. Why, at this point in time, have they decided to add the golden packs to Brothers War, of all things? If you missed it, Aaron Forsyth recently tweeted about how Standard was drying up. He didn't use the word dying, but there's the implication, right? And with Alchemy being such a fucking disaster and such a failure, in spite of what they will claim with numbers that are hidden and not publicly accessible, it does make me wonder if Arena is suffering. They may well gloat about secret player numbers and stats that we can't see, but Hasbro stock prices dropping and people not giving a shit about the driving format for a platform like Arena might be putting a bit of a spook into them. My completely unfounded but gut intuition is that something is going wrong somewhere, that they are starting to see numbers dip or players fall off. Perhaps Arena has had its worst revenue quarter in a while, if ever. I'm not saying that's factual, we just don't know because we don't get breakdowns of what's happening inside the company, but there's definitely a potential there considering Wizards have been so focused on the collector market and like shiny shit for Commander, and organized play can go fuck itself for the most part. And now they're saying that Standard is drying up and Alchemy is obviously an even shitter version of Standard. So it wouldn't surprise me if Arena is struggling in terms of player retention or revenue being built or money coming in. So now they're going to have to course correct. Now they're going to have to do something to put off the issues that they've caused themselves, because it's been their own greed in the past, their own absolute desire to not address the issues that the community, both content creators and people on places like Reddit and Twitter, have put forward. They've just ignored all this shit. The generosity seems to be out of nowhere, and it seems uncharacteristic of them for something like Arena. We don't see this very often. For some people, it's going to be too fucking late and they never want to install or play Arena again. I have reinstalled it, and if the audience wants it, I will try making Explorer, which is Pioneer Light, or Historic content again, because I've always enjoyed that format. The gameplay was never really the issue with Historic. In some ways, I've enjoyed Historic at times when Modern and Legacy have been shit. So I'm willing to make those videos if people want to watch them. I'd love to hear that in the comment section below if you want to see gameplay from those formats. But there's been a lot of failures on Arena. Alchemy was dog shit. The Mythic Pack Edition, which is an expensive pack that always guarantees you a Mythic or some shit, was a failure too. Like, no one wants these fucking things. Competitive play, Standard and otherwise, is struggling. This is them starting to show a course correction to try and fix that, to make 1v1 Magic profitable again in some way. I don't believe Wizards can continue on their current path just to making money from Commander as the casual format, especially if they have digital offerings that can print money when Magic is good. So I want to applaud them for giving us more value. But I do want to stop and ask, why now? Why have you finally listened and finally improved the economy at this point in time when your lead designers tweeting about how Standard is struggling? I wonder why. So what do you think? Do you think the golden packs will lure you back in? Have you been steadily grinding and playing Arena anyway? Or are you fucking done with the platform? Let me know in the comment section below. I've been Vince, also known as PleasantKenobi on the internet. If you liked the video, hit that like button. Don't forget, you can help support the channel via Patreon as well. A link in the description below. This obviously that's on screen right now is this month's reward with free shipping, as well as a lot of other stuff like a Discord server and similar. Come get involved. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Ta-ta for now.